Rastafari. Lord boy, na 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 na. Jah Rastafari. Na 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 na. Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. I face a lot of trials and tribulation, but through all of that I man still stand strong, giving thanks and praise to the Almighty One, and looking forward to reach Mount Zion. And I man say, Zion, I'm coming home to you. Lord boy, na 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 na. Jah Rastafari. Lord boy, na 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 na. Jah Rastafari. Na 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 na. Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. I face a lot of trials and tribulation, but through all of that I man still stand strong, giving thanks and praise to the Almighty One, and looking forward to reach Mount Zion. And I man say, Zion, I'm coming home to you. Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. They said I don't have no rights in a Babylon, because I don't know how the West was won. Neither I can't change their plan. The West is controlled by the Ku Klux Klan. That's why I say, Zion, I'm coming home to you. Teach the youths them right, but not teach them wrong. Jackal up on the youths, cause the youths are strong. Look to Africa, that I feel your mama land, and down Africa, where you find Mount Zion. And I man say, Zion, I'm coming home to you. Say, Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. I care not what the people of this world want to say, neither what the people of this world want to do. Many are called, but the chosen are few. What you gonna do when Jaja call on you? I man say, Zion, I'm coming home to you. Oh, Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. I faced a lot of trials and tribulation, but through all of that I man still stand strong, still giving praise to the Almighty One, and looking forward to reach Mount Zion. And I man say, Zion, I'm coming home to you. The bingy man name says, Zion, I'm coming home to you. They said I don't have no rights in a Babylon, because I don't know how the West was won. Neither I can't change their plan. The West is controlled by the Ku Klux Klan. Rastaman Zion, I'm coming home to you. Oh, Rasta says, Zion, I'm coming home to you. One more time, Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. I cannot what the people of this world want to say, neither what the people of this world want to do. Many are called, the chosen of you. What you gonna do when Jaja call on you? Rastaman says, Zion, I'm coming home to you. Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you. Rastafari, na 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 na, na 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 na. Rastafari, na 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 na. said to me, me a go down dance slow. Well, to me a go nights of the Lord. Boy, all the doctors keep checking.
Good morning. I am Daksha alongside Marlon from Visions Band and
Good morning.
Abby Earthquake.
Good morning.
Welcome to I&IRADIO. It's a terrific Tuesday.
Yes, that's cool.
Election day.
Tuesday.
It's election day in Miramar.
March 11th.
Yes.
Today's the day.
Thank you for tuning in to I&IRADIO here on 102.3 in Miami and Broward, 99.7 in Orlando, and 105.3 in Vero Beach, and streaming us on the app. Thank you.
Yes.
How was the weekend, guys?
Well, it was a good weekend.
It was all right.
was
The
a
weather
good
was
weekend.
it was cold 1 minute, hot the next minute.
But listen,
Regular Florida.
Yes, the weekend participated all weekend until today when it hit the 50s again.
Right. It was Jazz in the Garden.
Jazz in the Garden.
A lot of
did this
traffic.
thing.
A lot of traffic this weekend.
A lot of big headliners.
Yes, Beanie, I heard, made a wonderful opening appearance.
Great appearance.
Reappearance back to the World Society. It was amazing.
South Florida.
Yeah,
Yes,
back
sir.
to South Florida
Yes.
because
First-
now I see his tour dates
That
are
was his
booked
first
out.
South Florida performance in a long time. Official.
Yeah, they
officially.
said over 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a long
but
time.
but he came with a superstar. Superstar group.
He had to have been hot.
Yeah.
Literally hot.
Itana was on.
Yes.
Itana was
Maya
on.
was on.
Maya was on.
It was a really good
Yeah.
look for our community.
Yes.
The culture.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the culture. Speaking of culture, we do have some very sad news
Very sad news.
to
Very.
report. The late and great Coco T has passed away. We are very, very saddened that he's a great reggae legend,
Icon.
icon.
Yes.
He is no longer here in the flesh, just in spirit. So rest in peace to him.
we are dedicating this show today.
Yes, we're gonna dedicate
yes.
our entire show to him. The week
Yeah.
Right.
to Coco T. He is a legend. He's one of those staples.
But I understand he's been sick for some time.
Yes, I
Yeah.
mean, he's been sick, not well, should we say,
Right,
for some time now. I mean, there have been past rumors about him passing away in the past, but it's official now. Like he has made his transition, where he's just not here with us currently, and that is very sad news.
But he left us with some great body of work.
Yeah. What he left us with, I mean, will live on forever. So
Exactly.
thank you for that.
Big contribution.
Yeah,
Yes.
huge contribution to music.
Yes.
And I know he's touched so many people through music, through his work. Just some of the advice that he used to give to people in general.
Right.
So I know our community is definitely in mourning
Oh,
today. They're in mourning, but at the same time, there is a celebration of his life and his
Correct.
works.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
it's-
that's great.
Big
That is
volume.
Oh, yeah.
one
Big
thing that I
volume.
can say about the way we celebrate people when they live on. We always look to the other side of things.
Right.
So while he's not here in the flesh, he will continue to live on.
Yes. So, like as repeat, we're gonna dedicate the show.
Right.
Yeah, to Coco T, Calvin Scott. Yes.
Let me ask you something,
Yeah.
Marlon. Being that you are Marlon from Visions Band,
Right.
Huge in the music industry.
Right.
I'm sure he's an influence in some of the music that you guys
trust me,
do.
it's probably there's a lot of covers that we do as a band that we play his songs almost on a weekly basis.
Right.
So it'll be easy to do like a tribute for even this coming week on Sunday
Right.
to do
Definitely.
a tribute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Section because his songs. I mean, these are sing-alongs.
Mm-hmm.
These are sing-alongs. I mean, once we start it, the crowd can finish it because they're that popular and they're great songs.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
looking forward, looking forward to even say this Sunday would do to hold a nice little tribute for Cookie T.
He definitely deserves it. I mean, this is one of those things where you guys have a movement after.
Oh yeah.
Because he's just that big.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
But
it
this
is unfortunate that we have to report that type of news.
Yes.
You know, it's
But
kind
that's
of
why we have to give flowers when people are here. You know.
Exactly.
that is the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
Give people their flowers while they can still smell them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Literally still smell them. But I think society, for the most part, they gave him the respect that he was supposed to have been given because he was so well respected. Even, you know, in the rumors in the past where everybody would say, oh, he passed away then, it would sadden people immediately,
Right.
even though those were false rumors in the past. So
Right.
you can tell that leading up to this, just what people are probably going through
Yeah.
with the actual news
Exactly.
that this has happened this time.
Condolences to his family
Right.
and friends.
And his friends and his close ones.
Yeah.
Yes, for
Yes.
sure. It's very sad, but we will continue to celebrate all of his great works moving forward, right?
Yes, that is true.
That is what we
Definitely.
have to do. We celebrate you all the time.
Yeah.
So thank you to Coco T while he was here and beyond.
Yes.
Respect.
So, outside of
anything breaking news, let's get into some of that.
yes. So did you guys hear about the Trump app?
Jesus, I have to take a deep breath for this.
So
Huh?
Oh boy.
apparently, according to the Associated Press, the asylum seekers had an app before where I guess they could track the status of their case. And Trump has now turned that app, so you no need to download it, guys. It's already there. They've already downloaded it to their phones because they were tracking their cases. Now he's reconfigured the app to basically be able to self-deport yourself. Can you imagine? One day you're going on your Good app to check the date of when
you're hearing
your
this.
asylum case is supposed to go to court, and now you're like, oh,
I'm like,
well,
scratch that.
here's an option where I can send myself home. And that is just the latest news amongst the gold card sellings, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, we soon start our reggae card.
Yes, the reggae card is coming as well. But I mean, I don't know how to feel.
We're living in some unprecedented times.
Well, this is
With the president?
This is new times.
Well, he has a
These are new times.
he has a new title now, right?
Yeah. What's the new title, Abby? Please educate us.
I don't know.
I mean,
Every day is somewhere else. So
that is why, once again, it's so important who you guys put in place, whether or not you do vote, but you advocate for yourself and what you're willing to put up with. Because it's funny. I met somebody over the weekend who said he's self-sovereign. It doesn't matter what's going on in this country. He's self-sovereign.
Everything affects everybody.
Yeah, and I'm just like, so you realize though, like, yes, it takes currency to buy the gas that you're putting in your vehicle, even though you're saying the police can't stop you and whatever. If you do something wrong on their roads, they're gonna stop you.
Right.
I don't know if you'll get away with it, but
No, but everything correlates to, there's a definite connection for everything that's happening
Oh yeah.
in somewhere or another. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So,
absolutely. So just stress the importance of what you believe in and follow through with it.
Yes.
Because your thoughts are not your own. they're not they're not your own. Everything is controlled by AI. You think it out loud, it's in your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
If you get what I'm saying. So
Right.
it's just kind of like
Everything is under.
everything. They're always listening.
Oh yeah.
So that is why I say we have to be very careful who we put into power, and just go from there. Educate
And
yourselves.
Actually, that was, like we said, today is a voting day today.
Right.
March 11th.
So is
Yes, for
it's
Miramar.
important.
For Miramar.
For Miramar.
Important who you vote for.
Yeah, we had most of these candidates on.
Yes, we
So
had
they did.
we had a very vast collection of
Candidates.
candidates that have come through, and they have spoken their piece,
Yeah.
and they told you why you guys should elect each and every one of them. I don't do the politics. I don't do the
Well,
politics because it gets very dirty in politics,
I know,
unfortunately.
but it affects all of us.
Yeah, it's
It
another
affects-
thing
Oh,
too.
because
you know?
imagine you have a friend that lives in Miramar now, because the wrong person got elected, their housing fees are affected and it goes
Yeah.
up, and now they can't come spend money at your business because they can't afford it because their housing fee just ran up. Everything correlates with one another.
It makes sure it's a thing where you have to kind of listen to what the candidates are saying,
Yes.
and with their policies and certain things. So because it does come back to you.
And you have to do your
You know?
research too.
Yes.
Yes, do your research. You cannot go by the he said, she said. Look, the internet is a very powerful place.
Oh yeah.
But you got to know where to look.
Yeah, you have to look in the right places.
You
You
have to know where to
can't
look.
you can't find the
Yes.
places that look a little off brand and
Oh,
say,
yeah.
"Oh, I think this one looks right." But I mean, if from you have a name, I'm sure that you can be searched up on one of those
Oh,
big
yeah.
powerful search
Oh, yeah.
engines, and your name will come up for something. If you make the newspaper, even as a little kid,
There's always a
you
trace.
you come up.
something.
So yes, what you do in the world is going to continue to be a staple.
Yes.
Is going to continue to be a staple from you're born, because even all that makes the news sometimes. Oh yes, also the Black Lives Matter movement. Did you guys hear about that?
Well, you know what? That was it's actually look like it's trying to be erased.
well,
I don't want to say something else.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
But, I
But they
mean,
can't
let's
erase
just,
it.
Let's just report
you
the
know.
facts. I mean, what's happening?
It's a mind space, guys.
Right.
Who matters is in our minds.
I know.
So for those people that don't know, according to AP News, construction crews began dismantling the large painting of the words "Black Lives Matter" just one block from White House on Monday. That was yesterday.
Okay.
We're not here to report the depressing news,
No,
because
no.
we're here to report the uplifting news. So
Right.
when you read stuff like that, you think about the change we have to make.
Oh yeah.
You think about where we need to put our footprints. Okay, they can erase a little bit of paint that say Black
Yeah,
Lives Matter,
yeah. The
because we know
movement-
that we matter.
But
Right.
but we know it continues. It continues.
It's never
yeah,
gonna stop.
Exactly.
It's never gonna stop. But
Exactly.
we embrace
it's-
each other, our
it-
community,
Exactly.
and what we have to do is change our thinking.
And where we spend our dollars.
And where we spend our dollars is also
Yes,
very
it's a good
important.
point.
Who
Very good
we
point.
support, but it cannot be a simple, I guess, eraser that they decide that they're gonna put out and say, oh, we're just gonna erase these words and this is gonna affect these people. Honestly, I had no feeling towards it when
Yeah.
I saw it. I was just like, what else? What's
They
new?
They spend all that money just to
Yeah, they
waste.
fine if that's what they want to spend their money on. That's cool. We'll come up with something better. Next time we'll write it in the stars. We'll see how they take it down there. You know what I'm
They
saying?
can't live that
We
down,
have to
yeah.
change our way of thinking, guys, and just think bigger, because only we can self-destruct, but only we can build up.
Exactly.
So-
and we're not gonna self-destruct.
Yep, we will not. If there's one thing that we know, that we come together when it's time to come together, at least for the right reasons, we can, because that whole movement, look how strong. And I think that whole movement came out during the pandemic because of everything that was
Right.
going on.
Exactly.
So, and we're only 5 years out the pandemic at this point.
Right.
Look how massive that has become, but it should have been massive from years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black lives
Well, but-
have mattered.
But the
Forever.
thing is, it's
Right.
when we talk about the big government, this is what's happening. They're dismantling a lot of things. A lot of programs are being dismantled.
And
We
it's our
just
job to build
have
them up,
to-
Marlon. It is our job to
it
build
is,
them up.
It is.
Um,
Build up. But we have to start with in our own communities. Start from there, and just continue.
we have to know our history.
Yeah.
We have to know our history. We have to know
Right.
where we came from, because it's already programmed in us. Remember, we built all this.
Right. Greatness from day one.
We have been great from day one. We brought them here on the ships. They that's why we're all over the world. When you think about it, that is why we are all over the world, because they know they needed us. And they'll continue to need us. They need what's in our blood to stay in the sun. They need us. So,
all right, so we are needed.
Don't ever
And-
forget
and
that.
doing- and that's-
You're
that's
always
it, that's-
needed. You're actually,
Your
when
skills,
even
your
when you think you're not
everything.
needed, you are useful. Some way, somehow you are needed.
They might not like us, but they love when we spend our money.
And once you take yourself out the box and you get into that thinking that I am appreciated, I am needed, I am valued,
Very
you
good.
will do great things.
Great things.
Great things.
Okay, now looking into the spring. Any news with this
Oh.
spring?
More allergies.
More allergies.
you can tell.
Oh yes, we lost that hour this weekend of sleep.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you something. I don't know where I'm gonna find that hour back.
Yeah, they need to find that
Listen,
hour back.
It's
'cause
so odd because I just realized that 1 hour that I lost was the hour I was gonna start using to go to the gym.
It's a
And I'm
big,
like,
makes a
now what
big
am I
difference.
supposed to do? It just what the time just. I'm like, man,
Just
I don't have
not.
the energy to go to the gym anymore, and it probably wasn't there either
We
before.
are
But
feeling the brunt of that.
Yeah,
because,
I think
yeah,
they should eliminate
Yeah,
daylight savings.
this is
'cause-
I mean,
something that
certain places have.
yeah, but
I think-
Florida don't need it.
Mm.
I don't think Florida.
I don't
need
think Florida needs
No,
it.
no.
I mean,
I
don't-
want my sunset to happen at a certain time.
I need
All year long.
consistency. I need consistency.
Right.
Like yesterday, I was really looking outside. I'm like, it's 7:45 and it's bright outside. It was bright.
Yo.
It just, I need consistency all year
So
round.
you have a longer day now, right?
Yeah, it's a longer day. They
it's a
said
longer
so
day,
people can work longer outside.
Shorter night, right?
Yeah, it's
Something
short.
like that. Yeah, okay.
Less time for the gym.
Yeah, less time for the gym and all that other night crawling stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We just need to stay consistent with this because this one seems like it took me back hard. Like, we've been growing up this our whole
Yeah.
lives, but
Yeah.
this one right here took me back hard.
It feels. We felt that loss
I
of
mean,
an hour.
we're all gonna need time to adjust because it's just that hour you do miss it.
Yeah.
You do
Well,
miss it.
before we do go to our break, who do we have coming up today, guys? I know we have a special guest in the studio coming in.
Right.
Who's that? Miss Ashley Irae.
Actually, Irae.
How do you pronounce it? Irie or Irae?
Well, when she comes, she's gonna clarify.
In,
that.
Right,
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
in my U.S. accent, Irie.
Yeah, I don't want to
Irie.
pronounce the wrong.
Yeah,
Irae.
Miss Ashley is coming through.
Yeah.
Right. She'll be here, artist.
Yes, debuting one of her newest songs as well. And then we're definitely going to continue to talk about the great Coco T.
Yes.
He's gonna continue playing his song.
Yes. Our show is completely dedicated to him today, to his life and his works and beyond.
Music, yes.
Okay, so we're going to take you guys into a little break.
So was it in the beginning, and so shall it be in the end. In the beginning, God created everything, and everything was created in Africa. Repatriate black man, repatriation. Africa, we coming home, we coming home.
Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you.
Never refuse the black one.
Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you.
Every black for head back to the motherland.
I face a lot of trials and tribulation, but through all of that I must still stand strong.
Stand up, stand,
Giving
stand,
thanks
stand.
and praise to the Almighty One, and looking forward to reach Mount Zion. And I man say Zion, I'm coming home to you.
Mama Africa, we crying.
Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you.
And I tell every black man, Africa is a flag blowing high. Inna me get down inna me heart, like the panda going to Brenton. Carry in the grass, flag blow high. Inna me get down inna me heart. Africa the whole of me, it is not half.
That's why I say Zion, I'm coming home to you.
Wanna better head back home.
Teach the youths them right, but not teach them wrong. Jackal up on the youths, cause the youths are strong.
Have to be strong.
Look to Africa, that I feel your mama land. And down Africa, where you find Mount Zion. And I must say Zion, I'm coming home to you. Say Holy Mount Zion, I'm coming home to you.
Africa the motherland, no. Africa no refuse, no black man, no. Every black man deal with repatriation. condition. Oh, no, listen. No, watch the tell. Live vision, we Hunger Express, man created condition. You know, say Africa away.
WEXI 102.3, WIDT, and WWRG 99.7, WVRO 105.3.
You are now listening to I&IRADIO.
Lord, now. Turn off the immediate sound over the so idiot sound over the so them idiot sound sound they are not threat, them sound they are not threat, them sound as if when they higher than listen me cassette, them sound they are not threat, them sound they are not threat, them sound as if when they higher than listen me cassette. Turn off them idiot sound over the so them idiot sound over the so them jump and sound whoa. Light up the fire and let them feel the heat. Listen now, selector, select intelligently. Just let the sound boy know we know how to do it. Them sound they are not threat, them sound they are not threat, them sound as if with the higher than listen me cassette. Them sound they are not threat, them sound they are not threat, them sound as if with the higher than listen me cassette. Now come listen sound that's full of melody.
And we are back. We also wanted to mention that, did you guys hear that today Caribbean Airways is actually having their inaugural flight to Mobay? They have started flights back to Mobay from Fort Lauderdale. You know, they had halted a lot of things for a while.
Right.
With that whole takeover between, what was it, Air Jamaica before? So then, you know, Caribbean Airways took that over. And now they are starting their nonstop flights back to Jamaica today.
So today's a launch.
Yeah, today is the launch. We're going to be there for that as well. That's exciting. That is going to be very exciting. Also, speaking of launching, according to CNN, they said that the winter flu season is actually still in full force. Can you believe that?
I could believe that.
I'm like, oh, that's actually breaking news. That's crazy. According to CNN, that is wild.
Right.
But they're telling us that if you feel a little ill, exercise it out. Walk.
Right.
Like they're saying anything, basically, if you feel anything like nasally.
Sweat it out.
Sweat it out. They said walk. You can do light exercises, nothing too crazy. But if you feel anything in like your chest area, those type of things, don't do anything because you're fighting like an infection, and we wouldn't want you to risk having like a heart issue. So remember, if it's from the neck and above, work it out because it's all. They must be saying like it's all in your mind. I'm not really too sure, but they want you to breathe, take deep breaths, steam out. You know, with the whole boiling water, throw some oranges, limes, ginger, honey. Basically, what you should be drinking like as tea, you can just inhale it.
Right.
Throw some like pink Himalayan salt, white rum.
What?
If you put, honestly, that was my cure during their COVID disease.
Oh, wow.
That is what actually saved me. I probably caught COVID a million trillion times or whatever they diagnosed as COVID now, and my go-to is white rum.
Oh, nice.
Boil it, simmer it, add in my honey, my lime, my ginger, the pink Himalayan salt, and I just throw my face over the pot, put a towel over my head, and
remedy.
Yeah, it works.
I think you could actually have some customers that would want to buy.
but you know, it's showing here that the walk-in clinics the numbers are up.
Oh yeah.
Because we just don't know what this is.
No, you know what the thing is?
They're not even reporting it.
The
They don't
urgent
have
cares,
the agencies to report it.
Urgent cares, and those visits are up because, I mean, sometimes when you try to call and make an appointment to the doctor, those offices are filled, and
Yes.
You get the next week or next 2 weeks down the line.
Trust me, I know. I'm like, all weekend I felt like it was knocking at my door, and then this morning, boom, full force.
It kicked down the door.
Yeah, it kicked down the door full force this morning. I said, okay, so now how long is it gonna take me to make an appointment because my actual doctor is full. Don't want to go to the ER because that one is long and I risk picking up other things.
Yeah, but this is why the in-betweens now, like the walk-in clinics are, they're
that's
busy.
why the little
They're
urgent cares. That's
up.
why I try to. Well, I really do when I'm under the weather. I'll try and go to the urgent care because they try and get you in and out, but it's still the hassle of going to the doctor. So, like I said, I mean, and if I don't add the pink Himalayan salt, then it's drinkable, so I can consume it.
Okay.
I don't like it when it's salty. So I pick and choose when.
Do you have a name for the concoction?
No, I
Daksha's
don't.
mix.
But it definitely puts me to sleep if I'm able to drink it.
Oh wow! All right, so do not operate heavy machinery.
No.
This.
From the white rum goes in there, especially that Street Vibes Cartel white rum. That is wild.
Cartel, if you're listening, need some samples.
He's in Florida now too, I think, right?
Already?
Oh yeah. Did you guys hear about his sold out concert in New York? They had to add a second day. Do you see what we're doing for the culture, people? Dance hall is still
Big up
alive.
Cartel.
Reggae music is still alive.
Gaza boss.
Yes, bro.
It's big business.
Oh, yeah.
Big business.
Those-
Huge
I know-
business.
I know.
People
understand.
say it can bring in the numbers.
But it's doing.
Yeah, like I saw some of those ticket prices and I was just like,
And
man,
people was paying.
people were paying.
I know somebody who didn't pay their rent. I used that money to.
No, but I figured that his U.S. tour was going to be probably more highlighted than the initial Jamaica tour because of so many people that aren't able to travel from the U.S. Like so many people that have migrated from Jamaica that are here.
So
and
true.
they were like, oh, World Boss is free, but they couldn't go home for the concert.
Exactly.
Right.
And now imagine this is the one place that everybody in the world, well, if you can travel, and then the ones that are stuck here,
Right.
all you got to do is migrate to New York, and boom, you get to see him. Like I knew that first concert was gonna be wild. I didn't think he was gonna get a second day, but
we
But
gotta find out when he's doing his
But we gotta
Florida
understand
concert.
that the machine behind him right now it's the promotion behind him is really serious.
Heavy.
yeah,
It's
of
heavy.
course. Of
It's heavy.
course. No, he's outside. But it goes back to all the kings of dance hall right now, I guess, in general. Like, because, like I said, Beanie Man did an amazing job this weekend.
Yes.
Like, amazing.
Yeah.
And it just shows you how relevant his music still is. Because Jazz in the Garden's not to whatever, but it used to be an American-based
No, it still
show.
is.
It
still
pretty
is.
much still is.
It's an American-based show for over the years.
It's festivities from
yes.
this weekend they had like Lauryn Hill, they had like her son
Definitely
play.
a Caribbean flavor.
Yeah, they
this
threw
year.
in the sauce this year,
Yes.
and I actually like how they made Beanie Man come on the Sunday, and they did like the Lauryn Hill aspect of it on the Saturday. So it made the people want to come out both days
Right.
to see two greats.
Yes.
For our community, but people were like, I don't think Beanie Man is gonna get that much of a response, and it was like the American community were singing his songs.
Oh, yeah,
he
they
had
know-
Maya
they know
singing
his-
with
they
him
know
too.
his
See,
songs.
and
Like-
this is the thing. Here we go. We can our reggae and dancehall artists can headline all types of shows.
Any show.
Yeah,
any show.
Any show.
any shows, not just
Yeah.
here in the U.S. though.
Any
I
show.
mean that European
Yeah.
community, like that would, while it may not have been sold out here this weekend, that European community in Europe, they would have sold out that show in an hour.
In an hour.
A lot of businesses would have been shut down just to go
Yeah,
to the concert.
because they love that music, and I love that for them though. I mean, I really love that for them. I wish we had a little bit more of the embracing here when it comes to that, like, because
Well,
we're just
we're working on reggae here.
We're working on reggae here. It's the words, the message. I think that needs to come out a little stronger. I guess that's why losing the greats like Coco T is such a hard impact to us, because he had meaningful music.
Of course.
Like if you really listen to the music outside of the beat, outside of that,
Yeah,
listen
music
to the
with a
words.
message.
Yeah, it's the message, and we're just not getting those messages in today's music.
And even like the newer generation, like our parents who grew up listening. So even if you don't know who Cocoa Tea is, if you hear the song,
You know
it's
his
like, yo,
music. You definitely know his music.
they definitely know his music.
Yeah. No. I mean, I know his music.
If,
So
if
that's
a Jamaican knows,
if the Jamaican knows his music, that says a lot, guys.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no. He yeah, once again, definitely will be missed.
course.
I can't wait to see what comes out, because now, like when people usually pass away, they do all these new dubs and remixes.
But let me tell you, if you're fortunate to have a Cocoa Tea dub plate right now, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even before.
Mm-hmm.
It was
The
it's
value
still
has-
the value was still there before.
Of course. Of course.
Because you couldn't do a dance without a dub plate from Cocoa Tea.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most iconic voices on the sound systems.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So like we say, big respect to Cocoa Tea, and
I think we'll actually go into another song by him.
yes.
What song do we have coming up next with him?
Is with him and another legend, Shabba Ranks. Love
Alright.
Me Truly.
There you go.
Okay,
Big
perfect.
tune.
Loving is not all about money.
Come on and love me,
Shabba Ranks and Cocoa Tea.
love me too.
I'm the do what them know so what. Monetary love of a flea.
Love me.
Woman love me for me.
Love me truly.
If you love Cocoa Tea for money flee.
Love me. Come love me truly.
Woman don't love me because of money, because man for use and that the woman them a look. Woman they find a lady full of street him like bus baby. Man for use and that the woman them a look. Woman they find a lady full of street him like bus. Box dipping 9 pocket and food gang cook. If the fish keep him out shut, him would no get cooked. Woman they have what it takes, woman they have what it took. Fit jump on the money tree, it drop but up. X amount of money, it's up in a for your bank book. Easy darling, I second down, no put us the world with a man shake. To how you look, pretty like a dolly in a storybook.
So love me.
No monetary love.
Love me truly.
If you love Cocoa Tea, you love Cocoa Tea, not for money.
I'll take you to Paris or Rome, and anywhere in this world we could roam, as long as we are all alone. I want to see you, baby, so come on and love me.
No monetary love, any monetary love.
Love
Flee.
me truly.
Leave we. Yeah, hear me, woman.
Love me.
Alright. I know money play a great factor in your
Although
life.
I ain't got no money. Ooh-wee.
Sorry, you know, sorry, because one more you want the Rasta man name for do. Since you come in at him like a hurricane past through. How salon where the Rasta get to you. Now you a bend up your face, a wrinkle and school. You know say Rasta love you more than I tell true. You want to be another public pastor.
Love me truly.
Don't be a money grabber. I love you, I
Do
love
you
you, girl.
remember the times that we used to share?
I hope you keep that in memory.
I want you to come right on over. Come tell me that you care. I am only a pauper, not a millionaire.
What?
But I've that sweet, sweet loving we both can share.
You think some money, they have to steal.
And love me.
Them young man, you nowadays.
Love me truly.
I saw the woman them stay Cocoa Tea. I saw them stay, you know why? Because man for use of that the woman them a look. Woman you find a lady full of street in lime bugs. Man for use of that the woman them a look. Woman you find a lady full of street in lime bugs. Woman if you love me say yes, no love Cocoa Tea say no. Anytime you find a money man don't let him go. Now you know say that the money tree is big so beat you just because you're jumbo woman. Just be happy Cause your man spend money, your enemy no like that because a girl no ready. Loving is not all about money.
Come on and love me.
Shabalance and cocoa tea.
Love me too.
I'm the do man them know so what. Monetary love of a flea.
Love me.
Woman love me for me.
Love me truly.
If you love cocoa tea for money flee.
Love me. Come love me truly.
Woman no love me because of money, because man for use and that the woman them a look. Woman a find a lady full of street him like bus baby. Man for use and that the woman them a look. Woman a find a lady full of street him like bus. Box skipping 9 pocket and food gang cook. If the fish keep him out shut, him would no get cook. Woman he have what it takes, woman he have what it took. Jump on the money tree, it jump but up. X amount of money, it's up in a for your bank bunker. Easy darling, a second down, no put us the world with a man shake. To how you look, pretty like a dolly in a storybook.
So love me.
No monetary love.
Love me truly. I don't know, so this an earthquake and we don't play John Mouse. Cause the mouse get caught in the trap. And some boy cut them splice special and get flop. I don't know cup of tea on the spot. It's an earthquake really hot.
For me to live out my destiny, coming through that corridor, I see your silhouette. I'm sure as you're getting closer to me, I catch my breath. I can hardly believe that you've been there all along. When I felt like I couldn't go on, you stuck by my side, no relief. Now I see you're bringing light to my life. Every time, 'cause you are my sweet sunshine, bringing light to my life every time, yeah. From the time that we met, yeah.
All right, we're back.
We are back.
And we have a special guest inside the place.
Very special guest. Ashley Irae, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Irae?
Yeah, Irae.
Irae, I love
Sure, my
that.
middle name is Ray, so that's
Ray.
why I spell it that
perfect.
way.
So Irae.
Nice. I like that.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And also in studio we have Irae Imar Shephard.
Yes, bless the
Okay.
love, bless the love, give thanks.
Now, Soul Florida, this is the part of the segment where we're introducing local artists. So this is a very special day. So, to introduce Ashley Irae and Imar Shephard. Do you want to tell our South Florida listeners how, a little biography about yourself?
Yeah, so, I was originally born in Southern California in LA.
California?
And
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. That's where the reggae come from for you. You start there?
I mean, it really started with the liberty of Rastafari and my own spiritual practice, you know.
Okay.
Because true, the reggae in California is a bit different if
Right.
it's not the roots. So, but yeah, and then that led me over to here after, you know, traveling to Jamaica so many years from California. You know, my heart just really led me here.
Okay.
And then eventually to Jamaica. I've lived there like for a year on and off, you know. I go back and forth, but
okay. So
yeah.
the time frame, how old were you started into this music?
Well, I've been singing my whole life since I was like 7 or 8 years old.
Okay.
Started writing, singing, performing in school, but I entered the music industry in 2017. That's when I released my first single,
Right.
Roots of the Seed.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Okay. So you just completed. Actually, I was listening to most of your tracks last night, and actually on the way to the studio. Actually, very good spiritual songs you have.
Give
you know.
thanks. Give thanks.
They lead a lot within nature, you know, and love, right?
True.
So, anything you want to expand on most of your songs, or where you get your inspirations from?
Really just life experience, you know, going through trials and tribulations and overcoming them.
Okay.
Through positive meditation, through writing, and through just music in general, because music has the power to literally change people's perspective. And I know that was part of my spiritual awakening when I first came into reggae music and started to learn also about, of course, His Imperial Majesty and Empress Menenai and the works that they did. That's what really drove me to reggae music mostly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anything, Abhi?
So this single that you like is called My Sunshine, right? So where did you get the inspiration from to have that song out the way that you put it out?
Well, you know, true love comes, and that's where we find that inspiration.
Gotcha. Love is a great inspiration.
Yes, it is a great inspiration, you know. And also the love of the Most High, like that's really brings the sunshine, you know, and you have the power to change that every time you think about it and take that moment to change your thoughts consciously, you know.
Okay. Okay, so being from California, so when you enter this the realm of in Jamaica now, we're back in Jamaica. What was your experience with, you know, Jamaica and Jamaican culture, with the, you know, the whole thing with food, the music, people? Can you just expand on your...
Yeah, definitely. So when I first came to Jamaica, I went there on a Kemetic yoga retreat. It's with the same yoga teacher trainer as John Ein. His name is Yasir Rahotep.
Okay.
And yeah, so that was really what drove me there first. And then, of course, I kept coming back to, you know, shoot music videos and also spend time with people, connect with other artists, help strengthen other artists. As they strengthen me, you know.
Right.
But I just really connect with patois. I really connect with the roots and culture. My background is heavily Irish and Native American.
Okay.
So, you know, Irish people and Jamaica have a big connection.
Right.
There's a big connection there. Yeah. So who knows? That could be somewhere along my bloodline where like that deep just soulful connection that I feel to the roots and culture comes from, you know.
Okay.
But I was definitely accepted and just really welcomed right away.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So, Mr. Imar, you want to tell me a little bit about and so far about yourself?
Yeah, blessed love. You know, my name is Imar Shephard. Born and grew up in Jamaica.
Okay.
St. Thomas, Cedar Valley, Richmond Gap, the eastern side of Jamaica. But
Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I.
Countryman.
Yeah, man, countryman. Way up in the mountains when I hear them talk about Blue Mountains.
Yes.
Blue Mountains coffee.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's where I was, you know, brought up and thing. But presently I live in Kingston, where them say, if you want the bus, you have to go to town. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, as most people know that, you know, Kingston is the hub of reggae music.
Yes.
You know, that's where it found, you know what I mean? So, you know, I have I've lived in Kingston for the last 15 years now, and that's where I reside at the moment. And of course, somehow, Ashley Irae, we met and we collaborate, and we end up reach where we reach.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a break, but we're gonna come back and we're gonna continue with Ashley Irae and Imar Shephard. So
Yes,
take it to the break.
Give thanks.
All right.
Income rain, then sunshine, moving through the cycles of life.
WEXI 102.3, WIDT, and WWRG 99.7, WVRO 105.3.
I&IRADIO. Peace.
You are now listening to I&IRADIO.
Income rain, then sunshine, moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Income rain, and then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. When will I ever really find a king I can trust and depend on? That's how I felt for the longest it seemed. Got so sick of being broken down. Then one day, Jaja bring you my way. After all the long nights alone, it was when I finally let go and put more action in the faith of none. So can't look down, have to stay up, even when reality seems so rough. Don't let the past become the present. Live in the now and learn from the lessons. Come rain, then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep the balance in line. Yeah, come rain, and then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Every time, all the time, all the time. Every time, every time. I'm
High times, low times, got to plant that seed of love. It make you glow, let it show, makes me wanna hold you close. The vibes where you bring, it is a win-win. I see you as my everything. One heap of talking, say you find the right king. No, I'm here confirming, love you from my heart, girl. Yeah. You always in my thoughts, yeah. Oh, and you know we blessed by Jah.
Then come rain, then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep the balance in line.
That's
yeah,
right,
then come rain, then sunshine, moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep a balance in line. Every time.
Mad. Sunshine.
Cycles of life.
Cycles of life. Love it.
Give
That
thanks.
is a wicked track.
I believe this is the first time we played it and they did it live.
We can call that live.
Yeah.
That's a live. that's a well live. You know what I mean?
Yes, I.
Yeah, man. Ashley Irae. Yeah, man. Imar Shephard. Wicked track. I
Cycles
love
of life.
I love the
Come on,
the
give
collaboration.
Give thanks.
Yeah,
Give
man. You can
thanks.
see it's a natural thing.
Yes,
Yes,
I.
man, give thanks.
Love
And
it.
as we said, there is one a next one coming, very soon.
Yeah, pre-release, pre-download available March 19th for Anything Is Possible.
Okay.
That's our next collab coming up on my upcoming EP, Word Sound Power.
Okay. All right. Just before the
Yeah.
break, we're talking with Imar
Yes.
about how this connection happened. Now, let me going back from, you say you're from St. Thomas.
Yeah,
right?
I'm from St.
Country,
Thomas.
country.
Yes, country man.
All right, so
Yeah.
continue from there.
Yeah. So, what happened? I have a friend in Amsterdam
Okay.
who just reached out to me, you know what I mean, and said to me, Imar, I know of an artist in Miami, you know what I mean, but she's presently in Jamaica. Very talented artist. I want you to meet her. I say, all right, you know.
I may never even meet him before.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
even know him.
So, you don't make the link. He made the link and, we link up in Crossroad and, I had a show at the time, you know what I mean? And I took her to the show and, when she started singing, I realized that, she was a star in her own right.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? So, the connection just start build from there, stage to stage. It's
Right.
like, one of the time, after about a year, though, after a year, she linked me up and tell me that, Imar, me have a song that I would want to feature you on.
Okay.
And I said, send the song. When she sent the song, but link her back at me, I said, what no we're no on this song for me to go, man.
The song,
the song complete, man. Yeah, understand? She said, Imar, just hold it together, man. Just keep it together, man. And just make and just call out the song for me, man.
Yeah,
you know
write
what I mean?
something, man.
I say, all right. Let me see what me can do. And it was I was on my way to Negril, to do a show, and the inspiration just come, just naturally, just based on based on the topic and the energy and the vibes and where she go with it, going with it. It's like that verse just jump out of me naturally.
Wow.
Less than half an hour.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones where you don't take no effort.
Yeah.
It just comes here.
Even though the song was already good to begin with, you just made it even better.
Right.
Yeah, man.
With that
Tell
collab.
our energy.
Yeah,
Tell our
the
energy.
energy. Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Tell our energy.
Yeah.
The balance. It's
I think we would love to put that energy on a stage right now because
Well,
we were just talking in the break. For you to come through on a Sunday at Blue Martini and
of course.
perform
Yeah.
live with the
that
Visions
would
Band.
be great.
So honored.
Because I think, to the listeners, when you hear the song is one thing, but
Right. When you see
when
them
you
live,
see the song
it's a
and
different
the
vibe.
performance and the energy that it brings.
Yeah.
The song have a serious frequency already.
Oh,
Yes, man. It's
You know,
connection, it's
Yeah, man.
frequency and connection and
True.
Exactly.
energy.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
what we strive on.
So I think you say you're gonna be out this weekend.
Yeah.
But Ashley, if you're available for this Sunday,
Yeah, man, I
let's
mean.
come through and bless the stage, with Visions Band
Yeah, man.
at Blue Martini this Sunday.
Would love to. Yeah,
Yes.
such an
You know?
honor.
Oh yeah.
That would be
Give
great.
thanks.
Yeah, and then people who listen, they can get to see the artist.
I think right now she's already great. She already gained a whole new fan base right now.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I think she's really that talented, because it's not. So a lot of people that just sing, but you connect with the music. I can feel that, and with both you guys, I feel that you guys
It
do
shows
connect.
in the track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It really
Give
shows.
thanks.
And I can tell you guys put a lot of work in this track.
A lot
Yeah,
of work.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
But it
tell.
also
And
came
it's
so
funny.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's just a natural chemistry.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Where and to me, this song just keep growing. It just keeps spreading like wildfire.
there you go.
By itself.
Some songs you have
Yeah.
to boost and
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to
Mhm.
over promote
Right.
and all them things there.
Yeah.
It's like we just put it out there and or when we look we just see it.
Organic, yeah.
And yeah.
Just go
Organic
on,
is
yeah.
the best way.
Best way.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the best. That's the way that it
Mhm.
lasts.
Yeah.
Because remember now you're doing music to last through
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look-
Real
look
music.
Look at Coco T.
Look at
Mhm.
Scooter T.
Exactly.
How long he's doing, and up till this day, the man, music is.
Yeah, enough
Yeah,
of the
man.
greats. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how
yeah.
you know great music because it never dies. It's timeless.
Yes.
Exactly.
The lyrics,
True.
the energy,
Exactly.
So
So let's talk about some of the production now. So, Irae, you're a songwriter.
Yes, musician, same way.
What instrument you play?
I play guitar, I play ukulele, and I also play djembe, percussion.
Wow.
Oh, you're serious, man.
I don't think we ever had never had a ukulele player in Blue
Blue Martini.
Yeah.
In South Florida.
In South Florida, in fact.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's how I started. I started teaching myself the ukulele.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And then I transitioned to the guitar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm a guitar player too, so I understand.
Yeah, I know that. I've
understand.
seen you in
Good
visions.
I understand when you say guitar and vocals, it's
They go
that's a
together.
thing. They go together. You too?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guitar.
Oh,
and
I
I
like
play
that.
the
Go hand
I
in
djembe.
hand.
mean, you're the only one that plays.
I just play music on the tracks.
Yeah, him still 15. Him playing part.
So
Yeah.
you're also a guitar player.
Yeah.
Okay, mad.
Yes, man.
Mad. So
Yeah.
you started music at how old?
I'm a very tender age, as I said, I'm from a place called Richmond Gap where, I come up through the church, community youth clubs, I
Okay.
know what it's like to be in school, knocking the desk and, making lyrics,
Nice.
you know what I mean? But it's not until I go to Kingston, I live in Kingston,
Right.
then me start meet some of the most, the more reputable producers,
Okay.
such as Bobby Digital, King Jammins, and,
Okay.
Cali Bud, and, so me just start, delve in the music a little bit
okay.
more. Because what happened in St. Thomas, I used to sing mostly gospel music.
Okay.
I start like in the church, singing with a group and, we just come up through the rank and then after a while, I find Rastafari and
Okay.
Rastafari teach me that it's wide and bigger than that. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Awesome.
So.
Well, you check the name I&I, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Check the name I&I. So we're not sitting on the
Yeah.
right seat right now.
Yes,
with
I-
the
yes,
Right
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, the right place. You know what I
Actually,
mean?
I know.
Imar Shepherd.
Imar.
Yeah.
I.
Yeah.
I&I.
I&I.
Connect to your third
connect
eye. You
Yes,
see
man.
it.
Naturally.
It's turned into a very spiritual
yeah.
show today.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It always is. Always is. Well, you guys are doing a great job. And this is part of the thing with South Florida that I think was missing, where we're not featuring a lot of the local artists, because we do have a lot of talent here in South Florida.
lot.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes we all just need a platform.
That is
We all just need a platform
That is it.
and just let it go.
And we don't know where it will reach.
You understand?
Exactly.
After that.
Because
Exactly.
hopefully somebody that's listening in, some fireplace right now that can say, you know what, man, I reach out and check on their page. So I want to give people the means to connect to you guys.
Give thanks.
So where can they find you?
Ashley Irae on Instagram, Facebook, IRAE, Ashley Irae Music. You can also find AshleyIraeMusic.com. And then all the digital platforms, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you, Imar?
Basically, it's the same for me. And Imar spelled IMARSHEPHARD.
Okay.
So you have like Instagram, Impeccable Imar Shepherd.
Okay.
Facebook, Impeccable Imar Shepherd, as
Okay.
well to the fan page. So you can hook me up and,
Yeah.
most of the, in fact, Team Imar Shepherd make
Team.
sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. I like
love
the
that.
sound of that.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Must have a
You see
team.
that thing there? That team thing there? You have to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
No
to
man,
have
it's
it.
a must, man. You have to. I encourage all young artists that one of the main thing that you need as an artist to come up or to
You need a
grow
team.
is a team.
Is a team,
You
yeah.
understand?
You can't
That's
do
it.
everything. So
You
No.
can't do
team,
everything for yourself.
Listen,
That's
because we
impossible.
can tell you, we come from the school where some of these artists are doing their own marketing, them doing their own everything. You understand? It's only one person.
Yeah.
And
And it
you
becomes
need a
overwhelming
lot of
after a
hands.
while,
You
yeah.
need
Yeah,
hands in this
yeah.
thing.
But if you want to reach, you have to do that in the beginning.
In
You
the
have to
beginning.
do that.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, it
'Cause
financially
yeah.
is a thing. That
Well, I
costs,
mean,
you know?
it best if you know.
Yeah.
If you know everything, if you know how to do everything
For yourself.
for yourself,
Big strength.
is a
It's
plus
it's
that
a
for you.
plus, yes.
Right.
But as you grow
You
as
need
an
a team,
artist,
yeah.
you need a team.
Yeah.
One of the main thing that you need is a team.
Is that team?
You
That's true.
understand?
Yeah.
Regardless
Not-
of how
not-
you're
yeah.
talented, no matter what. You understand?
You need that team.
Mm-hmm.
You need that team. just like here in I&IRADIO, we have a team right now
We
with
have a
with
strong
a
team.
strong team. I mean, we're just starting out
Yeah,
right
we,
now.
we
With
barely
even
even
with
6
this,
months.
with 6 months at this station now, and let me tell you, it's growing every day.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Well, I
every
mean, I
day.
was out there telling Ashley that I love the look. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
look,
man.
look,
Same
The place
way.
just look nice and look professional,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
the thing just.
And when
You
you
know?
walk in, you see the lion. You see
Yeah.
the lion.
Exactly. I love that.
You know, you have to have the lion inside of the studio
course.
somewhere.
Yes,
You
yes,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But it goes back again. You know, it's a great team, and even with this Visions Marlon show, it's not just about my vision. It's everybody's vision. You know what I
True.
mean? Because right now, featuring artists like yourselves, giving them a platform to where you've spent so much time with production and all these things, and I'm sure it's a sacrifice.
Yes, man.
It's a big
Investment.
sacrifice.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you said that word investment. It's best to invest in yourself.
True. First and foremost. Yep.
You know what I mean? Invest in yourself before you do anything else.
Exactly.
Because when that day comes back for you to pay back, you put it in yourself first.
In
So,
every way, yeah.
In every way. So just creating this platform now. Hopefully, from this now, you gain new fans, and your business will flourish from this. Hopefully, because we're not just gonna say we're just gonna do this interview today, because honestly, these tracks that you submitted will be played on a rotation.
Of course.
Yeah, give
And
thanks.
that's the difference with a lot of the stations where once you come and then you exit the room,
You're not gonna hear about
you're
it
back.
again.
You're back. to
You know, I
something
pay
where
them
we-
no money.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
And
not
it's-
giving
yeah.
to them package.
And we just
yeah.
have to keep it real.
Yeah,
Keep it real
naturally.
because
Which is right.
that
yeah.
is where I see where I was having a problem from even before. We created certain songs and the songs weren't getting played. So I said, you know what? It's best we do it this way.
Take action.
Take
yeah.
action and make this thing work, because your songs in a rotation right now, everyone's listening. Everyone's listening, and we have sister stations right now that even they're requesting some music, and we put this in a package and we share it with people that we know.
Enough respect.
Well, I
give
mean,
thanks.
that's how the fraternity grow.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
Because South Florida here, we're very talented when it comes to musicians.
We have a
and
lot of talent.
a lot of
yeah.
talent here.
For real.
We had a BB here last week, and we talked about just the reggae mountain, the big reggae mountain. And obviously, you guys were a big part of that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Big part of that, because just to being involved in some of those productions, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But
to
like
be
we said, we
invited.
want to keep going. We
Yeah.
don't want to
Yeah.
stop. February gone already.
Mm-hmm.
This is March. We're looking for rest of the year now. So we're promoting. Your songs will be in rotation here at I&I. And from there, any chance, opportunity we get, we are going to share it with other the brothers and sister stations.
Of course.
Enough
You know what I mean?
respect. Give
Yeah,
thanks.
man. Yeah, man. So just continue making the music. Let me just ask, are you with a label currently or
No, currently independent.
independently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come
And
on, independent. I work for.
you work for yourself.
Well,
Yes.
for myself.
Yes.
And
From yourself, yeah.
Yes.
for myself, and if there's a label out there that that is reputable,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
mean business,
definitely.
that willing to work as hard as
Open
I
to it.
work.
There
You know what I
go.
mean?
There
Then
you go.
we're ready to work.
Ready to
You
work.
know,
Yeah.
I'm open to work.
Yeah, because we want to just step on platforms and then move from
Yeah,
this
as
one
long
to
as
our next.
artists can be creative and
Yes.
be in their safe space and do what they have to
Yeah.
do,
Yes.
we support that 100%.
Yeah, man.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Yeah, man. But like I said, we're gonna try and we're gonna invite you this Sunday at Blue Martini, because we wanna tap into some of these songs and see how the crowd reacts. I'm sure they're gonna love it.
I'm sure she's gonna bring it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give thanks.
And plus, South Florida have a big Rastafari community.
Yes, sir.
I tell
Yes.
you,
Yeah.
True
the
that.
community
True
is
that.
big. It's
Very
big.
big.
Come on, support.
Yeah, this Sunday,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. So anything you guys want to add? Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, just besides, I've been working on this new EP. Word Sound Power. It's produced by Jalix over in France.
Okay.
He's kind of like a old school like dub sound system man kind of vibe of a producer.
Okay.
So that will be, the EP will be releasing in May.
Okay.
But like I said, the next release is available for pre-download on March 19th. That's Anything Is Possible featuring Irae Imar Shephard. So our next one, music video coming out same time. But the song will release on the 1st of April.
Okay.
Officially.
Nice.
So.
We just love the energy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
thanks.
And I mean, for me, I just put out an album called, what's the name of the album again?
You asked me?
No pressure.
Yeah, man.
No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the album, yeah, man.
Yeah, so we just put out an album.
Just Google it.
Morning Glory.
Called
Come
Morning
on,
Glory.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I like
just
that
put out
name.
an album
I like
called
that
Morning
name.
Glory, and of course it's out there on all major digital platforms.
Okay.
Distributed by Tough Gang International.
Oh, nice.
So you can check out those tracks, and there is a brand new track coming on the 21st of this month as well.
Yeah, we've been
called
shooting the video for
How
that.
Can I Complain? That's the name of it. How
Okay.
Can I Complain? So, it's coming. So you can look out for that. Distributed by Tough Gang International, produced by
that's a big,
Isachar
big-
Music as well too.
Big distribution,
what I mean?
brother.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Okay.
Global.
All right.
So we've been putting in the work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So linking up with the Empress here, Ashley Irie, just make it bigger and
Bigger.
better.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
Greatness.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Our studio line is 850-304-7786. 850-304-7786. You can call in, and if you have something to, you want to give a big shout out to Imar and Ashley Irae. I love that Irae.
Yeah, I like
Irae.
that.
You know
Like
what I
a
mean?
Rhea son,
Irae
Irae.
son.
So the marketing potential is endless.
It's
Oh,
endless.
yeah,
It's
man,
endless.
definitely.
It's endless. It's endless.
A lot of
True.
rays.
Yeah, man.
So we have like a few more minutes before we run into a break, but we're going to feature another song from Ashley. I believe it's called A New Day Has Come.
Yes, Celine Dion cover, reggae cover.
Wow.
Nobody has ever done a reggae
This
cover.
is my first time.
of
I
this
haven't even
Celine
heard it
Dion.
yet.
So it's brand new.
It's brand new. Like
Brand new.
Even brand new to me.
All
So
right.
we just download it and we're going to feature it, and then we're going to run into the break and come back and we're going to wrap up this interview. All right?
There you
All
go.
right,
Awesome.
just sing.
I was waiting for so long for a miracle to come. Everyone told me to tears. Let it fill my soul and drown my fears. Let it shatter the walls for a new sun. A new day has
WEXI 102.3, WIDT, and WWRG 99.7, WVRO 105.3.
You are now listening to I&IRADIO.
I was waiting for so long for a miracle to come. Everyone told me to be strong. Hold on and don't shed tears. Through the darkness and good times, I knew I'd make it through. And the world thought I had it all, but I was waiting for you. Hush, now I see the light in the sky. Oh, it's almost blinding me. I can't believe I've been touched by an angel with love. Let the rain come down and wash away my tears. Let it fill my soul and drown my fears. Let it shatter the walls for a new sun. A new day has where there was dark, now there's light. Where there was pain, now there's joy. Where there was weakness, I found my strength. All in the eyes of a boy. Just let the rain come down and wash away my tears. Let it fill my soul and drown my fears. Let it shatter the walls for a new sun, a new day and hush, now I see the light in your eyes, or in the eyes of a boy.
Big and bad tune. The big and yeah, love that tune.
And I don't know, she do it any hours of the morning. You catch
Irae.
her. She can
Actually,
sing.
Irae,
Well, maybe not
Unlike
when
me,
my
where
first week.
you know what I mean, you have to warm up.
So Florida, actually, I
Yeah,
go
man.
with things.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out with some big things.
Yes, sir.
That was a cover. A New Day Has Come. Celine Dion.
Yes.
Now, just explain how that song came about, and because this great rendition, love
Yes,
it, love
give
that version.
thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of the different classic singers, of course, Celine Dion being one of them, and she was a big impact for me as a singer, for sure. So all of a sudden, I'm just driving home one night from work, and I hear the song came on shuffle on my Spotify, and I wasn't even listening to Celine Dion. I was listening to beer reggae,
Right.
Right.
which is the other weird thing about that. So it comes on, and I'm just like, and I just start to feel the lyrics because I hadn't heard that song since I was like 12 or around there. And then we just start ball while I'm driving
Connection.
because through the lyrics connected to what I was going through in the moment, you know,
In
and
the experience.
in
Right.
life and thing. And
But you know the thing is,
Yeah.
I tell people all the time that sometimes when a song reach out to you like that,
yeah,
it's no
No
it's not
coincidence.
coincidence.
Yeah.
Ja.
Correct.
Because
For
trust me,
real.
sometimes these things happen and you just don't know how and why.
exactly.
But
But I knew there was
that,
a
that
reason.
song was
intuitively.
meant. You were meant to
It's
hear
a,
that
it's
song.
a
that day.
divine.
Yeah, it
It's a divine.
Yeah.
Because then I went home, pick up my guitar. I'm like, what are the chords?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, they can make this reggae.
Okay.
So, and then there's a producer named Mix MD in California that he's in Long Beach, California, which is where I used to hail from. And he had reached out to me because he's been doing these reggae covers of different classics, you know. He had reached out to me and had an idea for a different song. He never shared it with me. But then I was like, well, what about this one, though? I mean, if you want me to do a collab with you, what about this one, you know?
Right.
And then that's how it came about.
Okay.
So I shared the chords with him, and then he went into the production.
So sounds really
Sounds
good.
really good.
Give thanks.
Really
Yes.
good. Yeah, man. I love
So
it.
big up
Love
Mix
it.
MD out there in Long Beach,
course.
California.
California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. And we do have a lot of listeners from California because we have an app on our website where people can actually listen. If they can't hear us on the air, they can listen to us anywhere there's an internet connection or a cell phone connection.
Oh, good.
So-
yeah.
so the
The
music-
I&I app really
It's-
it's
so the
it's
music
loud
is
right
just
now. It's very
spreading.
loud. It's
Nice.
loud.
The music just
I mean,
universal.
tapping into Canada, tapping into England,
International.
Europe.
International.
Yeah,
Oh,
international.
yeah, music. You music. You
Yeah.
can't control in music have to spread.
yeah, for real.
Speaking of collaborations, I think between all of us in this room right now, I think we should collaborate on a song.
You heard it first.
You heard it first. Yeah, we put it out there.
All right.
That between Visions and Irae and Imar, we're gonna collaborate on some works this summer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Niceness.
Yes.
Make it
Can
flow.
definitely,
Yeah.
We can definitely do that.
Reggae year.
Reggae year.
Yeah,
Make
yeah,
it
yeah,
flow,
yeah,
make
yeah,
it
yeah,
flow.
Yeah, man. Definitely. You know, good energy.
So I
Of
hear you
course.
guys also you do a lot of pre-production work also. Tell us a little bit more about that now.
Oh yes. Fortunately I learned to play the guitar.
Right.
So, I use the guitar to compose most of the songs, especially on the album, which is Morning Glory.
Okay.
If you listen to that album, you will hear a lot of Imar Shepherd.
Okay.
Even playing on the tracks.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Because one of the thing about me, I love to, delve in my production.
Right.
Whenever
Right.
I'm producing a song, I love
Okay.
to, put cards together and make sure that, me get it. I put Imar Shepherd in it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah.
Fingerprint inside.
Yeah,
Okay.
stamp.
Yeah,
You
stamp
know,
in there.
yeah, man,
Yeah,
put a stamp. You know what I mean? So if you listen to the album and you hear songs like, Morning Prayer, you hear songs like Waiting for You, and a couple more, man.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a collaboration on there with me and Bushman as well too,
Okay.
and of course Empress Aqua. I don't know, Ashley Irie never decided to come on the album, but Yeah, prayer.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, every time I go through something, when you say that, you know. Every time I go through, that was a little, I was like, boy, you know, she never
Boy,
decided
me I
to
tell you.
Next one. Chef,
never
let's-
invite me.
But we have two collabs still, so you know what I mean?
You
It
never
work,
invite me.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That one is still hurt,
Yeah,
man.
man.
That one is still hurt.
The next album
she,
around.
she didn't see that email.
Yeah.
That email was not delivered.
But because she didn't came on my album,
Yeah,
she
no.
make sure put out an EP and say, all right,
Yeah.
if you know put me on your album,
You
you gotta
see
put
it?
it on
You
my
see
EP.
it?
You understand? So the EP due to drop, the next track come in, is she featuring me on the EP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Energy.
But it's a good energy with you two guys.
Yes,
It's a
man.
great energy. Like you
Yeah,
guys,
thanks.
like when I heard the song, it sounded like you guys been singing together for years.
Wow,
Well, I mean,
John.
ever since I met her, me personally see music and hear music.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
And I guess that's what we thrive on.
Right.
We
Yeah.
grow on that, and from then until now, it's like it just getting better and
And
better.
and I
you
think
know?
we both respect and rate each other because
Yeah.
we see,
Yeah.
personally other artists that I see as well, but artists that work so hard, like same way I do. I work hard, because my love is for it, and I know that it's part of I&I destiny of why
There you go.
I was
See?
placed here with this voice.
Yeah.
Even though she didn't
So
come on this album,
Nah.
they're still here. They're still
We're
here.
still here. We'll find a way to be here anyway. You know what I
They're
mean?
working
There.
together. So I love the vibe.
So
I
the
love
energy
vibe.
right, man.
Thanks.
So my
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
just continue to support the music, continue to support Ashley Irae Imar Shephard, and
Yeah.
reggae music in
Right.
general.
Of course.
Support reggae artists.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah.
one of the topics we actually I think we talk about it every week. Just to support.
Yeah.
We have the platform, so
Because
we using it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the support. Even on you guys' shows, when you guys do anything locally, it's so important that you get people to support.
Support, right?
Yes.
True,
Just
true.
show up. Just show up.
Yeah, man.
Show up,
People
man,
support.
and show some of that support with, so that they can keep going. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it's still a business.
Yes.
I
yeah.
tell everybody, say, we love music, but remember now it's still a business.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone wants to do what they love,
Yeah.
If everyone
course.
could do what they love for their income, this world would be different.
Yes.
Oh, much better, please. Much
Much.
better.
So, and you
actually-
can.
We
can,
wouldn't
we
even
can.
call it work.
Actually,
Yeah.
Irae, right now, if you're doing a show, just pay the ticket price and
Support.
Yeah.
call,
Support,
blow up our
yeah.
phone and say, listen, we need some ticket. No, just support.
Yeah.
Support. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That is how this thing can really work.
Yeah.
You know?
And definitely that's how the industry will continue to grow.
Of
Yes.
course.
You know what I mean?
True.
Yes.
Support.
Yeah, man.
Cause
Music,
That's what it comes
business.
Because these
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
these
yeah,
two,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Business.
because
don't
these two
forget
guys
that.
are putting in the work, so you could hear
Yeah, man.
what they're doing.
And
for
I
you,
like the
right?
fact that you guys are doing reggae.
Okay.
You know? It's not
yeah.
that's it's not just you're not trying to follow the trend of what's
Okay.
going on today, and this is reggae music
keeping
now.
it to the roots.
Me
Yeah,
don't
okay.
even know what the
Well-
trend is.
Well,
To be honest,
with
I'll
you, when
pay
I step in at the
attention.
studio,
Reggae.
I just do music.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, I just do.
Right.
But you see, thing about it, I
Exactly.
me grew up on reggae music.
Yes.
So I make sure reggae music is my foundation.
There you
I
go.
never step
Right.
away from the
There you
foundation.
go. There you go.
But as you know, we listen to other influence.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. Yeah.
so we have a tendency to fuse the different sound to create our own personal style.
Right.
You know, so when you listen to a Imar Shephard, you will hear a little bit of dancehall.
Yeah,
But to
yeah,
keep it clean,
Right.
you hear a little bit of souls, a little bit of R&B. You know what I
Right.
mean? And of course soca. You know, when you listen to our
Listen.
music, you know what I mean? Because
We all-
music
we
to
all
me
carry
is
that.
music.
Diverse.
It's
You know what I mean?
diverse. Yeah.
But
It's
reggae
music.
music is the
The
foundation
foundation of it.
and where it builds. You
Yes.
know what I mean? So once you hear a Imar Shepherd song, you will hear the reggae music in it.
Nice.
You you know. But we just color it with
Of course.
a little bit of something else.
Right. Nice it up.
You know
Nice
them
it
say
up.
variety is the spice of
Nice
life.
it up,
You
right?
know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
man.
that. Love that. Love
So we
that.
love to, cook up that thing.
Nice.
You know, when we're going to the studio, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Put on the pot.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Put on the
Chef.
pot.
Mix it.
I
Season
chef.
the thing
Right,
properly
yes,
and all them things, you know.
Musical chef.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And a real chef.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man,
I love to cook. You know, I love cook.
I
you
tell.
know.
Okay,
Yeah.
country.
I tell.
This is where the country part
Yeah,
comes
man.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
man.
yeah,
You know,
man.
one of the things that my mom taught me is to cook. You know,
Okay.
learn to cook. You
Nice.
know, so that is something that me carry all the
Okay.
time with me. You know.
Oh, it's a Sunday dinner.
Yes,
Yeah.
Rice
man.
and peas.
Yes, man. You know, well, strew out and all these things. You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, Ashley, let's talking about the food now. Are you?
We knew you was gonna go
you knew
there.
I was going there, right? Because the door opening now. The door opening now.
We in the kitchen
So,
now.
so
We open the door.
We're in the kitchen now. So, is there any food practices
I
you do
love
right now?
curry. I love curry. I love to make curry chickpea, curry broad bean, curry
Oh.
jackfruit.
She would love coconuts fusion.
Oh yeah, I've been there enough
Yes.
times. And the
Okay.
coconut man when him there.
Last time I was there, that's what I had.
When I'm
I had
outside.
I had the curry chickpeas, the Ital
Yeah.
chickpea. I'm like,
But
yeah.
nothing beats, eating your own food.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
especially growing your own food.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
even which part me there right now, I grow, as much as I can
Listen,
outside.
all of we are come to that right now.
See, if Dasha was here, we was
Yeah.
talking about having
Yeah.
our own thing.
Starting up,
She's gonna
yeah.
start up her own chicken coop with
Oh.
her own eggs.
Yeah.
So Dasha, if you're listening, you see you get a plug.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like we have to go back to the nature, because
Yeah.
right
For
now the
real.
way things are, it's a lot of uncertainty with
Yeah.
food and
Yeah, man, let your
And
food be
growing
your
up
medicine and your medicine be your
on-
food. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and growing up, in like American, well, I don't really say culture. There's no culture here, but growing up with the garbage food here, basically,
Okay.
it's like when
Processed
I
food.
came to the liberty of Rastafari, and I started eating real ital. Like I really don't eat fish. I don't eat anything with a heartbeat, really. So I keep it like real straight ital.
Strict. Okay.
But I noticed that I started healing different inflammation, different inflammatory conditions within my body within 6 months.
wow.
Wow. Okay.
It's a healing. It's a
changing.
healing. So
No,
the
food is
a,
very important.
Food
oh,
is
yeah.
healing.
People
Yeah.
don't realize
Don't-
food
don't
can
skip
heal
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Food
is.
can fix you. It just
Why you
what
think?
what you
Yeah.
put there.
Why
But
you
it
think them
also
killed
can
Dr.
destroy.
Sebi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bless
yeah.
Dr. Sebi.
yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah, rest in power.
Man, I love the music, man. Love the music. Just keep punching in Pan American
Keep
reggae tracks. I
continuing.
love it. Love
Give
it.
thanks.
Well, as them say, encouragement sweeten labor.
Right.
So
True
the
that,
fact
true
that you
that.
guys bring me here and give us the platform, you know what I mean,
of course.
and you love what you hear, that
Yeah.
just encourage us to continue to make
For
great
real.
music.
Like
And I'm
we-
sure there's fans out there, there's listeners out there who listening and
Right.
just up and over to the pages
Yeah.
and
we
left a
support.
message.
we support good music.
Send one little support and
Yeah.
Once the music
make
is
sure.
good, we support
And
it.
now
I
with,
see
with,
that.
the, with the listeners,
Yeah.
just tell them actually where to find you guys again.
Well, I mean, it's Imar Shephard and it's spelled IMARSHEPHARD. You can find I&I on all major digital platforms.
Okay.
So Spotify, you have Audio Mac, you have Apple Music, you have, Amazon, you can just hop over and, Google Imar Shepherd,
Gotcha.
Google Man in Glory,
Okay.
and, I'm sure everything will pop up. You will
Okay.
see a lot more
Yeah,
songs
man.
because the catalog big.
They're big.
But at the
Nice.
same time,
Nice.
as me always say, without the fans, without the people, I'm no one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can't do it without you.
Okay.
We
True.
can't do it without you.
Yeah,
True
man.
that, true that.
And Miss Irae,
True
what are
that.
your links?
Ashley Irae, IRAE. Remember, my middle name is Ray, so that's why I spell it that way. If
Ray
it helps you
Sunshine.
remember.
That could be the
Instagram.
next EP.
Yeah.
There you
featuring
go.
featuring
Hey.
Shepherd.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that idea, Ray of Sunshine.
Ray of Sunshine.
and Visions.
Yeah,
Yeah, could be the
Yeah,
next
man.
the name of the collab with
Yeah,
Visions,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But yeah, Ashley Irae on Instagram, Ashley Irae official artist on Facebook, AshleyIraeMusic.com, and then of course TikTok, Ashley Irae.
Yes, because it's so important to connect with your fans.
Yes,
It's
so important. And that's my
important.
favorite thing actually about music is connecting with people, truly connecting from the heart.
Music touches everybody differently, so you don't know how much of an impact your song will have on somebody going through like a rough time or a bad
Exactly.
day. They could listen to Ray of Sunshine and everything just
Yeah,
sounds
so we're gonna
different.
keep that idea, you know.
Yeah, come on. Well, you got it here from I&I. Yeah?
I&IRADIO.
Oh my gosh. So any upcoming shows, festivals in the works right now?
So we have 420 coming up tentatively at Kahuna Bar in Deerfield. But then up north more, we've got on Sunday the 27th, Reggae Sundays at Prohibition Kitchen in St. Augustine. And then right after that, we have with Inner Circle, the Havana Reggae Festival. So big up Maurice up there in Quincy, Florida. He's put that on for years. And so we're both booked at that one there.
Nice.
And same thing with Prohibition Kitchen.
So the work I go on, man.
Oh, yes, man.
The work I go
Yes,
on.
man.
Movements.
Movements of job people. Yeah.
Greatness. Greatness.
Wow. Love that. Because that was one of the things where, a lot of people, they have these projects and, they don't have a place where, they can showcase.
They don't have a booking agent.
Right. Team.
So
they
the
don't
team.
have a team.
Come back to the team again.
Team, right.
Yeah.
It's
Team,
vital,
man. You have to have somebody dedicated to do just that.
Yeah.
You know?
Greatness. True.
Love that.
So once again, we thank Miss Ashley
Irae.
Give thanks to you guys.
Imar Shephard.
Yes,
Shephard.
man.
Thanks
But at the time, I want to say big respect to the station here and big respect to you guys, for having us. It's a pleasure, real pleasure being here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like I said, these songs are gonna go into rotation.
Of course.
They're not just gonna once you leave these, you're gonna leave them with us, and we're gonna take it from there.
Naturally.
We're gonna take it from there.
We're gonna put it out into the universe.
Yeah, man.
We're
putting them out.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go on the rotation.
Of course.
So when we hear them, call in.
Right.
Yeah, call in and say, yo,
support.
Say, man, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So again, we want to say, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me. Yes.
Love this. This was a good vibes today.
Yes.
Yes.
Positive for a Tuesday.
I hope
vibes.
all the listeners feel the upful Irae energy that we are cultivating right here in this circle right now.
On this cold Tuesday, feel the warmth.
Yeah. Where the cold came from, man. That wind came out of nowhere.
Oh man.
Started from yesterday.
Oh what?
My God.
Well, it's bipolar Florida again.
Yeah, there you go again. Yeah.
So we're gonna play back this song from Ashley and Imar Shephard, Cycles of Life.
Big song.
And then thank you guys for coming through.
Give thanks.
We appreciate you guys, and
No,
don't be a
first
stranger.
No,
when the next
absolutely
EP drop and you have this man in
All
here,
right. Definitely.
we're here.
Yeah.
So let's feature the song
All right.
and take it from there.
All right. Respect.
You want to introduce the song? Intro your song, man.
Cycles of Life. Ashley Irae featuring Imar Shephard. Gotta keep the balance in line, yeah?
Income rain, then sunshine. Moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds. Gotta keep the balance in line. Income rain, and then sunshine. Just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds. Gotta keep the balance in line. When will I ever really find a king I can trust and depend on? That's how I felt for the longest it seemed. Got so sick of being broken down. Then one day, Jaja bring you my way. After all the long nights alone, so rough. Don't let the past become the present. Live in the now and learn from the lessons. Then come rain, then sunshine. Just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Then come rain and then sunshine. Just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Every time, all the time, all the time. Every time, every time.
High times, low times, got to plant that seed of love. Make you glow, let it show. Makes me wanna hold you close. The vibes where you bring, it is a win-win. I see you as my everything. One leap of talking, say you find the right king. No, I'm here confirming. Love you from my heart, girl. Whoa. You always in my thoughts, yeah. Whoa. You know we're blessed by God.
Then come rain, then sunshine. Just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep the balance in line. In come rain, then sunshine. Moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep the balance in line. Every time, all the time, all the time. Every time. Ooh, well, another day, another dollar to make. Money on my mind, I got no time to waste. Putting in the work, trust the road that I take. Cause Jaja never give me more than what's meant for me. Yeah, oh, more than what's meant for me.
WEXI 102.3, WIDT and WWRG 99.7, WVRO 105.3.
I&IRADIO.